Well, Wall Street on this Friday seemed to welcome the Supreme Court's tariff decision. All major indices closed in the green, with the Dow rising 230 points. So for more on what the ruling could mean for you and the economy, let's bring in NewsNation anchor and veteran business correspondent and reporter Connell McShane.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying late to be with us on our show.
Must mean I'm getting old, a veteran. I'd never had that one before, but I'll take it.
A veteran of business reporting for sure. What did you make of the ruling and the reception it got in the markets?
Well, you know, it was interesting. I was listening to what Mick was saying about how the president perceived it and how, you know, he thinks nobody told him that he might lose this decision. One of the reasons it didn't get a more...
Is that possible? Like, really?
I mean, I don't know. But one of the reasons it didn't get a more overwhelming response in the market, sure, they were up a little bit, but it was nothing crazy, is that market participants weren't really that surprised by it. I mean, people were putting odds on this decision going the way it went at, like, you know, 75%, like 3 out of 4 going into this. So it wasn't a huge surprise. And I think that's one of the reasons you didn't see the big reaction. And then the second thing that really stood out to me is when the president came and he really tried to hammer home this point at the end of his comments in the briefing room. He says, great certainty has been brought back to the economy today.
Really?
That's what he said at the end. And he
No, I know he said that.
Over
really
and
was
over
great certainty
again.
brought?
Maybe you could argue that the opposite was brought, and I think that's the reason you didn't see like a bigger rally. You were just talking to the guys about this argument that this might, you know, in a weird way help Republicans because, you know, it might take an unpopular item off the table and or it might help the economy actually be a boost for growth if there are fewer tariffs. Tonight, we're not sure if that's the case. The president, like as has been mentioned on the show tonight, has other options. So will there be lower and fewer tariffs? Will there be more tariffs and higher tariffs? I think there, if anything, more uncertainty has been brought.
But the president has been using tariffs to get, I mean, he wanted to impose massive tariffs on Brazil to punish Brazil for holding its former president, Jair Bolsonaro, to account for crimes that he allegedly committed. And Trump didn't like that. So he said, I'm going to tariff you if you don't drop the charges and pardon Bolsonaro, my buddy.
And you don't think he'll just keep doing that? Because the Supreme Court ruled that he can't use IEPA to justify that doesn't mean that he's not going to find another way to do it, right? We already saw him tonight with his global 10% tariff that he's using a section of a trade act from 1974 to impose. So, and the president was pretty open about this.
But that's not an open-ended tariff.
No, it's not, but there's other options.
It's a smaller tariff. Is
Correct.
It codified in Section 122 that can only be 10 or 15%?
Correct, to 15%.
He was going, Brazil, you're getting 50% tariffs. Or
he did, but I was talking, it was interesting to a guy on my show earlier, Brandon Daniels, who runs like the supply chain AI company, that he was saying that a lot of his customers are actually concerned that whether it's Section 122 or other sections of trade law going back for decades that the president looks to cite, that, for example, he's already used national security as a reason, and those tariffs, by the way, will stay in place. You can actually impose higher rates using that as your reason because those are just by their nature punitive. And he thinks, and some of the people in the business community fear, that that might be the avenue the president goes down, gets even more aggressive than it was.
What does all of this mean for the average American?
Because,
you know, folks are just like, is this going to cost me more or less? I was paying more and higher prices in large part, I'm told, because of these tariffs.
Yeah.
And I want the prices to go down. Will that happen?
Well, that goes back to the uncertainty of what we don't know tonight.
Whether he imposes another kind of tariff.
Correct. But I would also say this. It's like when April of last year came along and these Liberation Day
and we had the big market freak out.
Correct. And that turned out to be, in many ways, not only the market freak out, but a lot of the commentary that surrounded it. You could argue now a bit of an overreaction, right? People, so this is going to be the end of the world. Now, was it helpful for the economy? Did it make things better with inflation? Most economists will tell you, no, it didn't, right? But did it destroy the economy? Did it put things through the roof where items were completely unaffordable for everyone? All these things, no as well. So I think today we also have to take a step back economically. I think this is a really clear political story in a lot of ways. It's a huge moment, you know, in our country where the president of the United States tries to stretch his limits on executive power and the Supreme Court says no. So that's a clear story and a big story. The economic story, to me, much less clear. So I think there's a lot of directions it could go, but I think maybe overreacting. We, you know, take a lesson from last year and take a deep breath on this one.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.